Hey guys, it's Nick, and it's preview time for the Blackhawks versus Avalanche home and home series. Yes, the Hawks and Avalanche are facing each other 2 days in a row, where the Hawks will be in Colorado tomorrow. Yes, I'm filming this a day before, and they will be back at home in the UC on Sunday for the away and home matchup for the Blackhawks and Avalanche. So we'll start off in Colorado wearing our roads. And thing is, this is a 2 o'clock start in Colorado. So the Hawks will want to wake up early for this game, because games in Colorado usually a little bit more tougher to play because lung capacity is a little bit weakened down in Colorado. But they've had a few days off, so, well, they had a day off, meaning today, Friday, I'm filming this, but they will be facing the Avalanche, so I expect the Hawks to gain lung capacity for this game. Have themselves conditioned and ready to face the Avalanche. For the factor that the Hawks and Avalanche are basically neck and neck in this last wild card race, the Hawks will want to win the first game of the series. Yes, it's a series. So I'm saying the Hawks need to win tomorrow's game at 2 o'clock. They need that gain of momentum. In net for the Chicago Blackhawks to start this series off and end this series off, it's expected to be Corey Crawford in net for your Chicago Blackhawks. Yes, it looks like the Colleton's riding Crow the rest of this season, with the fact that it sounds likely that we'll be seeing Crow in net for back-to-back nights, well, back-to-back games, and we'll get to see something special with the Sunday night game. With the game being at 2 o'clock, the Hawks will want to get off to a wake-up pace and play hockey. Meaning, they need to outskate the Avalanche. The Avalanche are a fast team. We have handled the Avs twice in Colorado this season, but we did lose to Colorado and Chicago. We need the Hawks to outplay the Avs. So let's get to the leading point getters right now in this matchup, because I'm not going to be making a preview for the game on Sunday, because I'm doing it on this video. For leading point getters for this matchup, from the Colorado Avalanche, their leading point getter is Nathan MacKinnon with 74 games played so far. So at the end of the series, it will be 76 games. He has 37 goals, 54 assists for a total points of 91. He's currently sitting at a plus 17. Their first line is lethal though, but the Avalanche have been scuffling because they've suffered a massive loss for an injury. And from your Blackhawks, number 88, with 72 games played, 41 goals, 60 assists, for a total points of 101. That is Patrick Kane, going into this home and away matchup against the Avalanche. Kaner currently sits at 101 points. He plays well against the Avs. I expect those points to drastically climb. Let's talk about in net for the Avs tomorrow, probably. I expect them to probably play Varlamov, who's been known as a Hawks killer, so the Hawks need to get pucks past him quick if they want to win the first game of this series. And if they do that, they should have a good boost for the following night. So my keys for today, for the Saturday game, is play fast, wake up, and have lung capacity at full run, and those quick changes are a must in this first game. If they do that, they should have a high chance in winning against the Colorado Avalanche in Game 1. And my pick to click for Game 1 of this series, I'm going to go with Kaner in this game. I have a feeling we'll see Patrick Kane show up in Colorado and put up some big points, much needed points, that is, to help the Hawks in gaining momentum to beat the Avalanche the next day. So, I want to hear what your keys for Game 1 of this series is, and your pick to click for Game 1 in 1 second, please. And we are going retro for Game 2 against the Colorado Avalanche. Yes, the Blackhawks are going with their 2019 Winter Classic jerseys against this Avalanche team. So I went black and white for the second half of this preview on the video. With the Hawks and Avalanche coming into the series at a record for the Avalanche of 33, 29, and 12, and the Hawks at 32, 31, and 10. If the Hawks can win these two games, the Hawks will jump the Avalanche in the standings and win the season series. You already know the points so far for the two teams in the matchup, and to heads up on this game, the Hawks and Avalanche will be playing at 7 o'clock on Sunday night against in the Madhouse on Madison. Anytime you're in that stadium and we're wearing these beauties, gotta go retro. And the Hawks wearing their Winter Classics on Sunday. I expect the Avalanche tomorrow to be wearing their third jerseys are very overrated in my opinion. With the factor is Corey Crawford is expected to play in both games, which that is a hesitation for me to say because I do not want to see that. I would like to see Cam Ward get one start and Corey Crawford get one start, and roll starter and backup for one night each. But it sounds like we are playing Crow in the game on Sunday as well as we are for tomorrow's game on Saturday. So we'll get to see Corey Crawford probably be repping some retro pads that game, so watch out for that. But this is a must. If the Hawks can win both games, it should help the Hawks out in a big way going into this playoff push. The Hawks currently on March 22nd on a Friday, I'm filming this, are currently 4 points out of the playoffs. And they are racing against the team that they need to beat. And that they are playing this weekend. The Avalanche are currently in the last wildcard spot. They jumped the Arizona Coyotes. And the Hawks need this series. If they can win both games, they are in good spot, a good position to rise up and get into the playoffs. We have games in hand. We can, and we will keep a game in hand after this series over Colorado. Us wearing the throwback, our winter classics, have had some big games in them. They've won 2 out of 1 game, Winter Classic where they lost. They won in a shootout against the Islanders, and won in that crazy game against the Ottawa Senators where they put up like I believe it was like 9-7 or something ridiculous to that effect. But the Hawks, wearing these Winter Classics, they play well in them, kinda. Except for that one game against Ottawa where it was just a game. It was just a crazy game. But, so, wearing our Winter Classics, I always love seeing them going retro for games. And, so, I want to see this happen. If the Hawks can win Game 1 in Colorado at the Pepsi Center for the 2 o'clock start on Saturday, they should go into the UC with a bunch of confidence. So going into the UC for the my keys to the game, if they have is basically play strong, get quick changes, and outskate the Avs. And that's how they can win the Avalanche, this home and away matchup in 2 days against the same team. Pick to click for game 2 of the series. I'm going to end up going with picking Jonathan Toews. Toews plays well in the UC this year, and he plays well against the Avalanche, so boost the confidence. So I'll go with Taser in game 2, Kane with game 1. Let's go. So I know this is a weird preview to set you guys up for a home and away matchup against the Avalanche for a weekend series. So leave your comments down below what you think about this matchup for the 2 games, back-to-back, same teams. And I want to hear what your picks to click and keys to the both games are. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, let's go Hawks!